The tolerant intolerance from the wokies is one to behold. It's like looking at a train wreck. It's like, my God, these guys are the biggest, most crazy, unhinged lunatics out there. You throw a opinion or you don't like something they like, you're automatically a bigot. So with this Horizon Forbidden West DLC, this Burning Shores DLC that had an LGBTQ forced relationship in it, people weren't happy. People went to Metacritic and the user reviews were bad, like 4 and below. I think over thousands of reviews came in, and it was a user score of 4.0 last time I checked. Well, now Metacritic is suddenly changing gears and focusing on implementing changes for user reviews to prevent hateful review bombing, because let's be honest, they want people to like this game. They want this game to have a good review. They want people to buy into the narrative that was pushed in this, whether you see it or not. After 2 games and a previous DLC, and now suddenly on the sequels DLC, she's lesbian. They waited so that this game would not get banned in countries for a DLC to have that reveal. And they didn't even have an option for her to have a straight relationship. They should have at least had multiple love interests. We're all inclusive, right? What's wrong with being straight? Anyways, Metacritic is planning changes after homophobic Horizon Forbidden West DLC review bombing. Of course, it's homophobic, guys. You can't genuinely not like it. You can't say, oh, I don't want this agenda forced down my throat. Because if you are saying that, you're homophobic. That's the only solution. You're homophobic. You can't let us be gay. That's what it is. Now, unfortunately, we're going to read this article from the Mary Sue. It's not often that I come here, but when I really need a good piece of gold, I will dig in here and laugh at it. So this goes on to say that the Burning Shores DLC for Horizon Forbidden West has forced Metacritic to change how it moderates its user reviews in the future. While critic scores for Burning Shores were generally favorable and at the time of writing averaged out to 83%, the average user rating told a different story entirely. Of course it did, guys. When are you going to realize that anytime something's super fucking woke, the critic score is going to be fucking phenomenal. Even with movies, the critic score is going to be phenomenal and the user score is going to be abysmal. And then it'll flip around. If it's something that the people really like and enjoy, it doesn't have narratives, the critics are going to hate it. It's always going to be like that. Continuing on, this says, at the time of writing, the user score was 4.0, but has reportedly been as low as 2.7 in the past. The difference between these two sets of scores is shockingly massive. When that's the case, it's usually down to one thing: review bombing. Yeah, that's what it is, guys. Review bombs. All these MAGA Republicans are coming in and they're review bombing our thing that we like. And, oh, my pussy hurts. That's basically what it comes down to, honestly. So this goes on to talk about how Burning Shores sees the protagonist, Aloy, make her way to a lava-flooded future version of LA. Maybe that'll really happen to Los Angeles. A big lava explosion will happen. I don't fucking know. Don't want anybody to get hurt. Don't take that out of context. But it's funny that it's lava-filled because people say that LA is literally like hell on earth. You hear people say that all the time. So lava being used is kind of interesting on that. So this says that she meets a lady by the name of Sika, and basically they travel and try to help, I guess, the captured community. Along the way, they get attracted to each other. There's an option where Aloy can confess her feelings for Sika, and they could share a kiss. And this, according to the article, says is what set off the review bombing, with the low scores accompanied by the predictable homophobic comments painting the mere existence of anyone who's not cis gender and heterosexual as political. That's what it is. If it wasn't political, why didn't you give multiple love interest options? Answer that. In response, Metacritic told Eurogamer that it is aware of the abusive and disrespectful reviews of Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores, and explained that the company is currently working to evolve the tools and processes it uses for moderation so it can introduce stricter rules. That's all we need, right? That is all we fucking need is stricter rules so people can't get their voice heard. People can't get their opinion. They can't be transparent about their thoughts on a video game anymore. That's where the desperation's at, guys. That's where we're at with the narrative. We can't have opposing opinions. It has to be an echo chamber where everybody loves it. 110 fucking percent. And if you don't like it, you're just doing it for attention. You're doing it for clicks. You're doing it for views. You're a fat bigot. You want to be cornering a Tucker Carlson light. You're desperate for views. You're just wanting attention. You're transphobic, homophobic, biphobic, whatever you want to fucking call it. You have to be censored. You have to be censored. And it's automatically review bombing. That's what's going on over there. But continuing and ending this article, it says, though it's unclear that what these new tools and processes will be, it's certainly a step in the right direction. Burning Shores isn't the only piece of media to have dealt with review bombing. Other games like Last of Us Part 2, as well as the HBO TV series and Marvel Studios' Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk, just to name a few. Look at what you're listing. Almost every single one of those is white straight man bad. Almost every single one of those has some kind of stupid SJW message and agenda put inside of it. Whether you want to see it or not. Well, what's wrong with promoting inclusivity and diversity? It's not inclusive, guys, with Burning Shores because, again, there's no option for multiple love interest. There's games like Stardew Valley where you can have multiple love interest, right? There's games like Fallout where you can have multiple love interest. How come in this one they don't give you an option? Oh, you're just crying about a fictional character in a fictional video game. That's what they want you to fucking look at it as. Oh, you're nuts. You're unhinged. No, guys. Think about it. Sony, this is like the third female protagonist they had that's in a romantic relationship with a female or has, I guess, undertones of being masculine. We can't have straight. That's what it comes down to. And if you don't like it, you're going to be censored. You're going to not be able to review the game that you want. Oh, Eric, they were being review bombers. Yeah, okay, cool. If it was the other way around, let's say it was a game that the wokies didn't like, the review bombing would be okay. That's exactly what it comes down to.